It's like reopening an old wound over and over and over again. Okay, victim. Prepare for another cut in the same exact spot. All I'm going to do for the purpose of this video is just to take this top off and see if I can get this thing to mess up again. That's kind of hit or miss. There's got to be a way to do this, to put this top onto where the thing will load a disk every time. Okay, I've got this top off, and I'm just looking at how the parts are situated on the top. Got my brand new display all ready to go. Okay, on initial inspection, turning this top over, it looks like all the parts are spring loaded except for this one right here. And as you can see, it's responsible for catching the disc on one side, and this little stud right here where my finger is, where my index finger is, should mate into, I believe it's this groove right here in this arm. The theory I'm about to test is if this stud is just a little off, I can't imagine that the stud would be resting on right on the ledge here, because then the pieces wouldn't fit together. You'd obviously know you had a problem. So, to that end, I'm going to try test fitting this thing together and see if I can't get this thing to get a reproducible result, which is what I should have done in the first video. Okay, here's the first test. Right here, I don't believe it was blocking that hole before. That's that white piece that was freely floating that I talked about before. So you can see the gray piece is still here. And, well, yeah, see, the pieces don't go as far, but I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Even though I'm pretty sure it's not going to work. I'll secure some of the screws here. And I expect it to not work. There it goes. Yeah. And of course, it stops there. And if I try to eject it, it makes a bad beep at me and it just sits there doing nothing. And at this point I get people on YouTube bitching about they can't eject their disc because I didn't go over this detail. So, let me see if I can fix this once and for all. Okay, there are probably two positions here. There's that position, which is wrong, and there's this position, which corresponds to that, where both of these holes don't have this white piece showing through them. So, I will attempt to put this back together and see how the holes line up. The main thing is that this plastic is opaque and it's kind of hit or ooh. No, okay. I thought I'd broken that little stud, but my eyes are tricking me. So let me put that back together. Yeah, it looks It looks aligned to me. I got it loosely in place. And as you can see, both of these holes are clear. They don't have the white part showing through it. Well, it does now that I'm moving it. I'm moving this gray piece like this. But I put everything back together and test it again. Right, things are back together enough now that I can test it again. There is no white showing through these two holes here. This gray piece moves freely. Everything is lined up in the front. This troublesome piece of shit plastic is lined up. If you want to really make sure that this thing is secure when you test it, put all 5 screws in the top. I only have 3, so it really depends on how comfortable you are. I'm more lazy than anything, so I put 3 in there. Okay, here we go. Oh-ho! That worked. So, I think I just got to verify. I've got to verify that this is the way it goes. And although I think I did just that now, but I think I'm going to tear it down again, take the top off, replicate what I've just done, and see if it works a second time in a row. I've never had it work a second time in a row because I was just throwing the top on the Blu-ray drive, and it's a 50-50 chance as to whether or not it'd be in the right position. So let me do that. It ejects. Okay, so what I'm proposing to do here, this is the covered position and that is the uncovered position. So I think this can be done one of 2 ways depending on whether this test works or not. You could, when reassembling the top, hold the top where the front is down, hold it entirely vertical. That will automatically put that white piece that's giving us trouble in the proper position. Another thing, you could take a screwdriver like this and just stick it down that hole, that smaller hole, and prevent the white piece from coming across those holes. And there we go. Here we go. Hey, awesome. I've done it. So there you have it. It's that white piece that's just moving freely that's giving us the problem. If it's in one position, it's not on track. It's not on the arm, and you will get loading problems. So okay, let me put her back together fully and test it.